Financial freedom begins in the mind. Before the first dollar is saved or debt paid off, before an investment is made or a side hustle launched, there must be a shift in the way we think about money. It starts with believing that freedom is possible, not just for other people, but for you. In this journey, mindset is everything. Our beliefs, habits, and internal dialogue around money shape every financial decision we make. If you believe that you will always struggle, that belief will guide your actions. If you believe you can learn, grow, and build, that belief will push you toward the decisions that lead to freedom. This lesson follows 4 people: Marcus, Tanya, Jamal, and Denise. They each come from different walks of life, but they all desire one thing: financial freedom. Marcus wants to provide more for his family. Tanya wants to leave a legacy for her kids. Jamal dreams of never being tied to a 9-to-5 job. Denise is tired of feeling like she's drowning in student loans. As we go through each part of this lesson, you'll see how mindset transformation happens gradually. You'll be invited to reflect on your own thoughts, question what you've been taught, and imagine something better. Most people carry financial baggage. Maybe you were taught that money is the root of all evil. Maybe you grew up in a home where there was never enough, and now, even with a good income, you feel fear every time the bills come. These early messages are powerful, but they are not permanent. You can rewrite your money story. Marcus remembers hearing his father say, "We're just not rich people." That stuck with him. Tanya heard her mother say, "You better marry someone with money." That became a quiet echo in her mind. But here's the truth. You do not have to repeat what you've seen. You can create a new vision. This journey will help you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Understand the root of your financial habits. See yourself as capable, not stuck. Begin a daily practice of speaking abundance over your life. Wealth is not just numbers. It is an identity. It is a way of thinking, acting, and showing up in the world. And like any identity, it can be learned, practiced, and lived. Let's begin by looking at how beliefs are formed and how you can start to change them. This is a first step toward the life you want. Let's pause and reflect. Think about the earliest messages you heard about money. Were they about struggle or survival? Did you hear conversations about planning, building, or giving? These experiences shaped your mental blueprint for what's financially possible. Jamal, for example, was raised by a single mother who worked multiple jobs. He never doubted her love, but he always felt the tension that came at the end of each month. Bills piled up. Groceries were stretched. As an adult, Jamal realized he carried a hidden belief that money only came through hard labor and stress. That belief influenced his workaholic tendencies and fear of entrepreneurship. But through financial coaching and new learning, he began to unlearn that pattern. He started to see that money can flow with creativity, not just strain. Denise grew up in a family that discouraged conversations about money. Anytime she asked a question about finances, she was told, "That's grown folks' business." As a result, she entered adulthood without a financial vocabulary. She had to teach herself how to read bank statements, understand interest rates, and define what wealth meant to her. Her mindset shift came when she decided to treat learning about money with the same focus she gave to her academic studies. She became her own teacher. These personal journeys are not unique. They represent millions of people who were never taught how to think about money with hope, vision, and strategy. The truth is, mindset isn't about being positive all the time. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing to believe that your past does not define your future. Before you dive into budgets and spreadsheets, before you even look at your credit report, start by asking yourself, who taught me about money? What did I learn? What do I want to believe now? This is the beginning, and it's powerful. Once you acknowledge that mindset matters, the next step is discovering the specific beliefs that shape your daily money decisions. Most of these beliefs live beneath the surface. They were formed in childhood, repeated by caregivers, or absorbed through culture. They feel automatic, but once exposed, they can be questioned and replaced. Every person has a money script. A money script is the internal story you believe about what money is, who deserves it, how it should be used, and what it means to have it. These scripts operate quietly but powerfully. Marcus, for example, grew up thinking that people with wealth were selfish. That belief made him uncomfortable charging for his services. Even when he started consulting side business, he undercharged out of fear of being judged. It wasn't until he identified this hidden belief that he could break free from it. To find your money scripts, consider completing these sentence prompts. Money is, rich people are, if I had more money, I would, I'm afraid money will, there are no right or. Tanya once believed that asking for financial help was a sign of weakness. This belief made her suffer in silence, struggling with bills instead of reaching out to trusted friends or resources. When she looked deeper, she realized her pride came from witnessing her own mother face financial hardship without support. Tanya thought strength meant self-reliance, but she learned that true strength includes knowing when to ask for help. Beliefs influence behavior. If you believe that money is scarce, you will hoard or panic. If you believe that money is abundant and flowing, you'll make bold but smart decisions. That's not magic, it's psychology. It's important to know that beliefs can contradict your actual reality. Jamal earned a decent income but constantly felt broke. Why? Because his internal narrative said, "You never know when the next paycheck will come." That story was no longer true, but his nervous system didn't know that. Only through repetition, awareness, and mindset work was he able to calm those fears. Denise struggled with guilt. She believed it was wrong to want more when others had less. This belief kept her in jobs that paid poorly, even when better opportunities came. She later redefined her values and realized that earning more allowed her to give more. That shift changed everything. Your money beliefs are not fixed. They're not facts. They're simply stories you've accepted. Some from your childhood, some from your culture, and some from your past pain. Once you see the story, you can write a new ending. You are the author now. You choose what you want to believe. One of the biggest shifts on the journey to financial freedom is moving from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Scarcity tells you there's never enough money, never enough time, never enough opportunities. Abundance says there's more than enough, and you can access it through intention, creativity, and belief. Scarcity sounds like this: I'll never get ahead. I can't afford that. I have to take whatever job I can get. Abundance sounds like this: there are opportunities everywhere. I'm learning to manage my money wisely. I can earn, grow, and build over time. This isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing a new perspective, one that empowers you to take action. Marcus had always played it safe. He worked long hours, accepted raises without negotiation, and never questioned his employer's value of his time. He believed that financial survival meant staying quiet and grateful. But when he began studying abundance thinking, something shifted. He started to ask, what else is possible? Could I start my own business? Could I invest in myself? Could I dream bigger? This moment of reflection was powerful. He didn't have all the answers, but he had a new question, and that question unlocked vision. Scarcity shows up in quiet ways. Denise used to clip every coupon and deny herself small pleasures like a weekly coffee or fresh flowers for her apartment. She told herself, I can't afford that. But she realized that mindset kept her in a loop of fear. She began to budget differently, not to restrict, but to allow. She allocated a small joy fund. That shift made her feel empowered, not deprived. Tanya had a breakthrough when she stopped obsessing over what she lacked and started focusing on what she could build. She wrote in her journal, I am already wealthy in ideas and skills and in vision. From there, she started volunteering at a financial literacy nonprofit, learning even more while giving back. Her new belief, the more I share, the more I grow. Jamal was afraid of risk. His family had faced eviction, and that memory haunted him. So even when he had the resources to invest in a small real estate deal, he hesitated. It was abundance thinking that helped him move forward, not blindly, but with careful research and mentorship. He told himself, I can do hard things with wisdom. That belief allowed him to take the first step. Abundance doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means facing them with power and perspective. It means seeing money as a tool, not a test. It means choosing progress over perfection. To shift into abundance thinking, start each day by writing down what you're grateful for. Repeat affirmations like, I am worthy of wealth. I am open to receiving. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire your financial growth. Learn new financial skills that stretch your mindset. You are not limited by your past or your paycheck. You are only limited by the belief that you are stuck. And that belief can be changed. You are allowed to dream. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to prosper, creating a wealth identity. The final step in this mindset journey is adopting a wealth identity. This means seeing yourself as someone who is responsible, capable, and deserving of financial success. Not just someone who wants wealth, but someone who naturally builds and maintains it. Your identity drives your behavior. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles with money, your actions will reflect that belief. But if you adopt the identity of someone who is financially wise, resilient, and intentional, your decisions will begin to match that self-image. Marcus had to stop seeing himself as just a provider scraping by and begin seeing himself as a leader building a legacy. He started calling himself a financial strategist. That shift made him research more, plan better, and model healthy money behavior for his children. Tanya embraced her role as a legacy builder. She stopped comparing her journey to others and focused on how her small daily actions were creating something bigger. She wrote down, "I am a legacy maker," on sticky notes and placed them on her mirror, laptop, and planner. Jamal adopted the mindset of a creator. He began seeing every challenge as an opportunity to innovate. When things didn't work out, he told himself, "I'm the kind of person who figures things out." That identity kept him from giving up when things got tough. Denise began to call herself financially free long before she reached that status. She reminded herself daily, "I don't chase money, I manage it. I don't fear bills, I face them. I don't follow trends, I follow truth." These affirmations redefined her self-worth. Creating a wealth identity doesn't require outside validation. You don't need a title, award, or a certain income level to start acting like someone who is financially empowered. It's a choice, a mindset, a way of showing up. Here's how to build your wealth identity. Create a personal mission statement around money and purpose. Surround yourself with people who reflect your future, not just your past. Practice habits that align with your financial goals. Speak about money in ways that reflect hope, confidence, and strategy. Wealth is not about perfection. It's about direction. Each step forward shapes your identity. Each small win builds your belief. You are not faking it. You're forming it. When you call yourself by a new name, you walk in a new way. When you see yourself as a steward, a leader, a creator, a giver, your energy shifts. And that shift becomes a foundation for every goal you achieve. You don't have to wait to feel rich. You can begin by feeling aligned, responsible, grounded, focused. You can make wealth your default identity, not in arrogance, but in assurance. So say it to yourself. I am a builder of wealth. I make wise financial choices. I honor my values and my vision. I am walking in financial freedom. This is who you are becoming. This is where it starts.